What's up, people viewing by YouTube? My name is Pat, otherwise known as RageRover, and in today's video in Grand Theft Auto 5, I'm going to be doing an American trucking type episode, and this might take off into a series of trucking episodes, I guess you could say. Basically, the one thing I like about Grand Theft Auto 5 especially is the fact that you can actually get into a tractor, you can hook up to a trailer, and you can tow that sumbitch all the way around the map. And the one thing that I like to do, just the nerd that I am, is to actually hook up to a trailer and act like I'm actually expediting freight all the way across the map, or to maybe just to the other side of the city. Well, who knows? But anyways, I figured you know what, I'll start out somewhere in the docking area. So therefore, I'm here at the terminal. I believe so. Yes, I am. And then today's video, I'm actually going to be driving the MTL Packer, I believe is what it is. And this truck, in real life, I believe it to be a mixture of a bunch of different trucks kind of put into one, particularly international Eagle body styles. And the overall body shape, though, in my opinion, is that of a Mack CH series, maybe a CX613. The reason why I'm using this truck of choice is just because it is definitely trucker friendly, meaning the fact that it's easy to handle. It's actually got a shorter nose as opposed to the Phantom, I believe. So it's easy to maneuver. The one thing I kind of wished about was the fact that they would have put in day cab tractors in the game, but the only day cab tractor is actually I believe it's the military version of it. I forget what exactly it's called, but that might be for a later episode. But with that out of the way, let's just get right into it. So let's fire this baby up and let's get right on to it. Now, in real life, any trucker would actually do a pre-trip, and for those that don't know, pre-trip basically means you go over your truck, you check things out, make sure all your lights work, make sure all your tires are good, and so on and so forth. But because this is virtual reality, we're not going to waste any time doing all that kind of crap. So therefore, let's just get right into it, and let's go. Alright, let's switch to first-person view. Alright. Now, the one thing I do like about the interior of this truck is the fact that it's rocking a tablet type of computer system right here. Basically, it simulates kind of like a wireless or paperless manifest. Also, it can probably do like logging, stuff like that. For those that already know that all commercial drivers have to log in how many hours they put in on the road, and so on and so forth. And this is actually today's version of how you do it. Beforehand, it was all on paper and whatnot. Now, I figured, you know what, because this truck is kind of like user friendly, I guess you could say, that's why I decided to use it. So if we were to actually pretend that this is an actual real truck, we would make sure that our air pressure is actually built up and good, all of our gauges are good, everything's working according to plan. And I wish I had the operation of turn signals, but the only function I have control over is lights and horn, which yeah, that's kind of odd whether they would actually press the center cap of that. But anyways, let's just get right to it. Let's go find a trailer and let's go make some stops. I'm just going to cruise real slow here, probably no more than 25 miles an hour. Once again, I'm trying to treat this just like a simulator. Holy moly, there's a lot of tankers over there. And if you also notice that my character is actually my online character, I just kind of dressed him up to be something casual to just kind of mimic that of a American truck driver. A little bit of bio on me. I actually work on semi-trucks and trailers and medium-duty trucks for a living. I actually am a mechanic. I work on all these types of vehicles. That's why I'm kind of going into this type of series and whatnot. So, and man, I am having difficulty finding a van-style trailer. Well, let's just get right to it. Let's go back up this way. I think I saw a container over here. Alright, so I did. There's a container sitting on a chassis. Alright, let's go and hook up to this thing and see what kind of loads we got going on. I'm doing very good. Alright. And because I am not actually... the mirrors on this truck are rather pathetic. You can't really see what's really behind you. Alright. Give it a tug, just make sure that the pin is locked to my fifth wheel. Alright, let's step out of the cab here and act like we're actually pulling up the dolly legs and hooking up my glad hands and my light cord. Okay, blah blah blah. Okay, just pretend that the gear is up. It already is. Okay, act like we're actually hooking up the air hoses and my light cord. Okay, good. Now, one thing about it, any good truck driver checks over their trailer, make sure their lights work, make sure the tires are good, there's nothing wrong with the trailer or chassis or container or whatever they might be hauling. I'm just now noticing this. These trailers don't have license plates on them. Ah. Okay. Now, one thing you will notice that this is actually a legitimate container. It is not actually separable from this type of chassis, I guess you could say. But let's not ramble about that. Let's just get this thing going. Let's actually plan a route and see where we're going to be taking this stuff, quote unquote, to be expedited. Alright, start my truck back up here. Okay. We'll just pretend that we're actually inputting data into our PeopleNet or Qualcomm system here, just to see where we're going with this stuff. Yeah, we have our supposed paperwork. Okay. Let's just say we're going to take some of this stuff up to, let's go to the Palmer Taylor Power Station. So, real simple. I believe there are some docks over there. Let's just plan a general route there. Looks like we're going to be taking... let's see, it looks like this East Side Highway. Alright. Okay, let's get rolling. Alright. Release our parking brake. Let's get going. The one thing about these trucks is, yeah, the realism and the graphics is cool, but the actual mechanics, the physicalness of the what drives this vehicle down the virtual road in GTA 5, I could care less about. I mean, the engine sounds good, but the one thing I don't like about it is, in particular, is the transmission. And for those of you that actually know what I'm talking about, the pure fact that the transmission doesn't shift like an actual transmission in real life. For a truck like this, it would probably be rocking a typical 10-speed, but yeah, it's just an automatic. And one thing I hate is the fact that it holds the RPMs up so high, but yet you gain speed. Yeah, it's rather odd. I don't really care for it too much. So what I do to kind of compromise for that is just kind of accelerate real quick and then let it downshift, or I'm sorry, upshift. Alright, we're going to be coming up to a red light here. In real life I would be using the hell out of my turn signals, but yeah, no such luck here. I don't see any no turn on red signs, but just make sure that traffic is clear. The other thing I hate about the fact that that this is Grand Theft Auto 5, and because I'm hauling a trailer, the NPCs in this game don't realize that the trailer's there, so therefore, oh, I'm green. They don't realize that the trailer's there, so therefore they treat it as just a parked vehicle, and they end up ramming into the side of me half the time. Kind of annoying, but that's what you get for playing a console version without mods. So apparently that truck is just parked there, so we're just gonna ease around him carefully. Alright, green. We're gonna go left here at this light. I'm not sure what they're all honking about back there, but whatever. Alright, we're just going to ease through here. It's no posted speed limit, but I'm just going to treat it as such. We're just going to keep it around 30 miles an hour. Now get out of the street, guy. without getting hit by that Jeep. So yeah, the realism is cool, but I'm just not liking the transmission. I mean, I kind of wish that I was doing this on PC version, and so therefore I could mod different things. I could probably control the transmission myself by quote-unquote manually shifting it, and probably adjusting the physics regarding the NPCs in the game, so that way they're not trying to sideswipe my trailer or my tractor. And the fact that the outside sounds, I just, yeah. One thing I really don't care for is the fact that, oh, this light is dead, and we'll treat it as just a, in this case, a three-way stop. Okay. Moving along. So if I was to really use my mirrors, quote-unquote, the only thing I'm going to be able to do in my console version of the game is just simply just look back and just make sure that everything's cool back there. Oh, green light, rolling. This way it turns so I don't take out any poles. Alright. Alright, cruising on up. Oh, what the? Oh, that's just great. You know, in real life, people could get ticketed for that. But I'm from Detroit, so that kind of crap doesn't actually happen. It's okay, I'm guilty of it too. So anyways, going back to the whole idea of me doing this type of series, I guess would make sense for me, considering I love the trucking industry. I've thought about being a driver in real life, but you know, I thought back and said, you know, I'm better off just fixing them than I am driving them. If I want to drive them, I'll just pick up the controller and pretend, I guess you could say. Alright. Alright, you guys technically got a green arrow. It's probably going to change by the time I get to the light. Oh no, okay, well, it kind of did, but whatever, we're rolling. So I got my right of way, so to speak. One thing I hate about the NPCs also is the fact that they don't like to accelerate when they go to merge with traffic on the freeway. Alright, I'm going to back off here. I don't want to technically tailgate the guy. But man, that guy in that straight truck in front of me is sure taking his sweet ass time. I'd like to go around him, but I have to veer right, so... Well, when we veer right, it actually turns into a double lane, so maybe I can pass him on the left. Or he might go straight and take the Olympic Freeway. Well, this Jeep decided to change his mind. He's taking... he's going to decide to go north now. Oh, yep, just like I thought. Well, okay, narrowing down to one lane. Alright, now we're merging onto the Palomino Freeway. Oh! I might have been able to see that if I had working mirrors, but the mirrors are rather bland. All I see are blobs and blurs and colors. That's all I see in these mirrors. Now, I'm sure if I had a PC and I had mods, I'd probably have working mirrors. But that's what you get for just sticking with a PS4. Unless I had a jailbroken PS4, I'm sure I might be able to get mods that way, but I'm broke. Alright. Huh, that's interesting. The sign back there said Palomino Freeway, US 15. I just passed a sign on the right that said US 13. Okay, speed limit I believe is 60, so we're going to bring it up to 60, and hopefully this thing will upshift. And upshift one more time. Oh, that sign said 55. That's just fine. We're already doing 55. Just keep going along. It is really kind of hard to maintain speed in any vehicle in this game. I mean, unless you got a very feather-friendly And the one crappy thing about me trying to capture this gameplay right now is the fact that occasionally my console will actually automatically save a video clip without telling me, hey, we're going to be shutting down your video clip. But it is what it is. Once again, I'm kind of limited on how I capture things. As of right now, I'm just capturing everything on my console, and then I'm saving it to my flash drive and then converting it over to my PC. And that's how I edit my videos. Yeah, I would love to get my hands on an Elgato game capture device eventually, but that'll probably be later in the future. Right now, I don't have $100-some just sitting around to waste on capture device, let alone a better microphone. The microphone I'm using right now is this crappy Insignia that I've had for a few years now, and I bought it, never really used it until I really started playing with my YouTube channel. So yeah, forgive the audio quality coming out of my voice, because this microphone truly sucks. Alright, exiting here. Alright, our trailer is still there. And yes, if you already have noticed, up in the right hand corner you see it says director mode. Once again, it's just the way I'm capturing things. Alright, we're clear there. Alright, looks like we're coming up on the power station now. Oh, I hear a plane overhead, which in real life you wouldn't actually hear these ambient sounds. But once again, this is virtual reality. It's just, it is what it is. Alright, turning in now. Okay. Train tracks, and since there aren't any gates, I'm actually going to stop and actually look. Now, I do know that in-game the actual train that comes on these tracks will actually stop right here at this concrete platform, but once again, I'm treating this like a simulator, so therefore I'm just going to ease across the tracks. Alright, well, then we're going to check in here at the guard shack. Oh boy, that is awfully narrow. I forgot how narrow this is. Am I going to be able to fit through here? Let's see. Oh, just barely. Awesome. Act like we're talking to the guard. Show him who I am. Show him my manifest or my paperwork. Whatever, whatever. Alright. .25 is posted speed limit. There's a guard right there. Yeah. Okay, I'm having difficulty finding the docks. It's been a while since I've been in here. I do believe they're over this way. Alright. Just make sure our clearance is good, which I know it will be. And when you pull into places like this, whether it be a power plant or even an automotive based plant, yeah, it is crucial that you follow the actual posted speed limit. People on those types of properties rather get angry. Alright, turn over here. Okay. This is where we're going to make our drop off. Alright. Okay, now that we're back in our cab. Alright. Sun's really coming up right now. In director mode, technically I have control of all of the above, so technically I'm God. Yeah, no. Okay, moving right along. So, we just made this drop off, so we're going to continue on. I think what we're going to do is we're going to make a last and final drop off at the Humane Labs and Research Facility. So, general route. Once again, we're going to hop right back on the freeway, but instead of hopping it over here at this interchange, we're just going to go right over here. Okay, simple enough. Let's get rolling. Okay. Release parking brake. Let's get going. Oh, the transmission acted like it shifted normally right there. Now, if this was a 10-speed, technically, at this point, I'd probably be cruising in probably 5th gear. Such is life. Huh. It's funny how you can hear the NPCs inside your cab with all the windows up. I would turn the radio on, but that just kind of drowned out me talking, which if no one really cares, well then go ahead. You can switch the audio off or turn your volume down. I don't care. Anyways, moving right along. We're going to be talking to the guard, let them know that we're heading out. Now, technically, in a place like this, especially, even if it was an automotive plant, technically what they would probably do is check the back of the trailer and make sure that the seal is either there or broken, or they would actually probably open up the trailer and make sure everything's cool. And see, this is why I actually double check everything when it comes to railroad crossings. You can see there that train actually did not stop at that concrete pad, so therefore, good thing I stop at the railroad tracks and look both ways. So, all right, we're done here. Moving right along. Over these tracks. Now, I know that train just went, so the likelihood, not like I can see beyond that drum anyways. Now, for any trucker that actually knows, and I'm probably sure that you've seen the stickers all over the sides of straight truck boxes on your trailers, goal. Get out and look. Alright, enough said. Wait for traffic to clear. I might have to force my way out. And actually, in real life, when it comes to the trucking industry, especially where I live, trucking is a big thing. I'm going to force myself way out in here. Alright. Alright, we appear to be good with my pediddle. At least it's daylight, so technically I don't need my lights. But anyways, going back to what I was saying, when it comes to real life, yeah, I actually will let truckers come out in front of me, even if I know that they're going to force themselves out into the road. I'll let them. I have no problem with that at all. And looks like we got a Dodge Power Wagon in front of us that's going way under the speed limit, but it's a double yellow, so technically I cannot pass. Well, according to our GPS, we've only got about 2.5 miles to go, which believe it or not, Grand Theft Auto 5, the map overall, I believe I read somewhere, I can't remember where, but someone calculated the square mileage of the island, I guess you could say. It's around 42, 43 square miles, which sounds like a decent number, but in reality, it's rather small. I mean, you got to figure my distance from the power plant to the Humane Labs and Research Facility is probably around 3 miles, so it's really just literally up the street. But since we're going at a snail's pace at about 30 miles an hour, yeah. Well, a sheriff deputy sitting there. Not sure why he'd be sitting there unless he's acting to be a speed trap. Oh, classic example. If you saw that Jeep that was just behind me there, it decided to get up on my 6 and sideswipe the left tires of the trailer. Alright, I'm not sure why people are stopping here, but alright, it's turning. Alrighty. Alright, merging with traffic. Oh, you better get over. Yep, the NPCs have no respect for the trucker, apparently. And it appears that this is a super slow morning here in San Andreas. At least I decided to pick a nice day. What I might do is I'll do a snow run. I can actually change the weather, which is a good thing in director mode, so. And you people are not doing the posted speed limit. Why is that? Uh, I would like to pass people on the left, but my exit's coming up here on the right. Oh, look. Highway Patrol. Oh, that's cool. And the one thing I do like about director mode is at least that within director mode, you don't get the random events of like the cops chasing some random bogey down the freeway or down the side street or wherever you might be, and it interfering with whatever you're doing. I've had cases where I'd just be standing on the sidewalk and all of a sudden I get taken out by the cop that's chasing the bogey. Alright, turn in here. Alright, lights are not flashing. If I was carrying a hazmat or if I was carrying flammable liquids, technically I would have to stop at those railroad crossings. Alright, turn here. Alright, looks like we're free and clear to make our final drop off for the day at the Humane Labs and Research Facility. Alright, another railroad crossing here. I know the train comes from the left here. Nope, don't see one, so we're good. Oh, what is that? What is that? Oh, coyote. That's awesome. Now I could technically be... Ooh, that's a mountain lion. Awesome. Now the one thing about director mode too is the fact that all the little details are actually implemented into the game, as opposed to being online. A lot of things are removed. For example, animals are removed. Certain little details, like within the city, like parking meters and like the newspaper dispensers and shit like that, ends up getting removed in online. So, but I like the details, so therefore I'm capturing everything in director mode. Another mountain lion. Yep. You see, I like roads like this where there isn't a whole lot of traffic along the road. Oh, you gotta be careful. Coyotes. And plus, I just love the scenery just by driving in first-person view. Deer. Oh dear. Oh dear. Holy moly. That's a hefty-sized buck. Huh. As he runs into the bush. And that looks like a rabbit. My God, there's a lot of animals here. Oh, it looks like guard's going to let me in. The gate has already risen, but I'm just going to stop here at the gate and actually have a chat with him. Set my parking brake there. Act like we're talking to the guy. Show him our proper identification. And probably with a facility like this, it would not surprise me. I would have to wear a badge certifying that I know the safety protocols and procedures around the facility or on the property, blah blah blah. Okay, moving on. Alright, we're done chatting with him. Let's move over to the dock. And another note too, whenever I'm pulling into places like this or like the power station or a plant like that, general etiquette is to turn your four-ways on. Oh shoot, I can't remember if there's enough room for me to turn this thing around so I can back the trailer up. Oh yeah, I got plenty of room. Alright, try not to hurt that cone. There, we're just gonna make a nice wide turn. Hopefully we can make it. Oh, I don't think we are. Nope. Alright, just gotta be careful not to jackknife the trailer. Technically I might have a little bit of room to pull up. Let's do that. Alright. Oh, are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it? Real slow. Yes, we are. Awesome. Okay. Well, I might curb check it here. Yep, just a little bit. Alright, no big deal. Alright, straighten her out. Alright. Well, that's terrible. Alright, pull it over to this far left door. or right door, however you may want to look at it. Alright, and technically, because this isn't actually a dock, it's just a bay door, they'll probably be unloading my freight with high-lows and a pallet jack. Okay, so anyways, well, that's it for this first episode of my American trucking simulation, I guess you could say, in Grand Theft Auto 5. And I might do more videos like this. This is actually pretty cool. Like, we can actually travel around the map and whatnot, and this was a fairly successful couple runs. As short a distance as it is technically in-game. But anyways, if you did enjoy the video, a like rating would be awesome, substantial, appreciated, so on and so forth. But anyways, my name is RageRover, otherwise known as Pat, or I might have reversed that around. But I will see you guys in another video sometime soon.